Hey, it's Harry Box of the Technical Trader at TechTrader.com. It's Thursday, May the 4th. These are the charts of the day. Well, today, as we do every Thursday, we're going to review the swing trades of the last several weeks or so, the ones that are still active. And starting with Apls. Now, after hours today, didn't see the news, but I know the stock exploded from the 84 range, got up to 93. Been coiling after hours. Let's take a look at it. And tomorrow should be a big day for it, as I believe this is a setup for even more upside. Let's look for 95 tomorrow. Up next, ARCT swing, popped out, pulled back, and then it's pulled back again to retest. This is a nice little setup, I think. It's a kind of a flag pattern, a falling flag or wedge, whatever you want to call it. Bottom line, it's a consolidation pattern that should lead to higher levels. The targets are 31 and 37. ASRT probably got stopped out by a lot of you because the coil was popped out for one day, then dropped, I believe, on earnings report or something. The stock has snapped right back and filled that gap. So this may still be saved if you haven't been stopped, but you probably should have been. It may be worth re-entering. We're going to keep an eye on it. Atamara, one of our better swings in the last few weeks. This thing went vertical after popping. We put a swing on it, 695. Today's high, 1072 before backing off. Finally got some profit taking late in the day and finished with a negative reversal day. But, you had ample time to take some profits along the way as it hit both of my targets and then some. Next target, though, is 12. CDLX didn't have a good day today. Dropped $1.15, but you can see it's still in a rising configuration. There's your trend line. So we needed to hold right about there, or this thing could break down, so be careful with that one. Cogent broke out, or Cognite, sorry. Breakaway gap above the moving averages, ran up to resistance and back and filled. It's got very quiet and narrow for about 7 days now. So if this thing gets up through 4.25, it starts to run. We may see a quick 4.5, 365, but then I'm looking for bigger numbers, 5.5 and 6. CPRI on the short side has really been working for us. When I saw this 1-2 bear coil, we put a swing short on it. And then another one. And again, 46 down to 37 just in the last week and a half. Very nice. The targets right now are going to be closer to 29.30. DraftKings, nice report after the close. The stock popped as well, moving from 21 to 23.44 and finishing right about there, up $1.50 or so. So it should be a big day tomorrow with targets 25 and 27. EDIT also popped out. That's a swing where we put on here when it broke out, but took a couple of weeks to consolidate, and now the breakout. This was a big day for it, in my opinion. Even though it was only up 38 cents or 4.5%, and buying was 2.2 million, it looks like a stock that is ready to go to check out the 9.5 area, 10.25, and then 11.75. IMVT, powerful move, but it finally got a little reversal. Immunovant broke out. We put a swing on it. It ran up beautifully. Pulled back to, I got to the resistance level right here. It gave me a little pullback. Let's see what this does going forward, because I think 21.5 and 24 may be targets. Intel, well, put it out there when it broke out, and then pulled back. May have stopped some of you out, but it held right near the moving average and then popped. Another pullback filled that gap and it popped again today, up $1, 85 cents. Nevertheless, I think eventually this is going to be 34, 37, $41 type stock. ISEE, good news, exploded on Monday, and it was a takeover, and so we reached all of our targets, and then some at the top of the channel. They swing, but put it on right there when it broke out in the 26 range. It made it up to 38.9. The NERV broke out of a base, pulled back a couple of days, really quiet inside day today. I like to look at that wedge. Next target's 6, 6.5, and 8. Nnox exploded, put a swing on it, and it went to pull back, and it went vertical today, big time from 10.5 to 15. Finished 14.15 up 348. It's 33%. Big day for that one. There is resistance here. But my next target is going to be 17.5 and 19.20. ONON broke out. We put a swing on it. It's been acting beautifully. And it looks to me like it's headed to 36 and 40. Thread up, slow moving, low price stock, but an uptrend. The current falling wedge needs to get a takeout above 275 to get it going. And 375 and 5 are targets. TERN, one of my top 20 picks for the year, and you can see how beautiful the channel's been all year. Now consolidating. It didn't have a good day today per se, but looking for 14.75, 17.5. UIS put a swing on it yesterday. It had a beautiful fall through today, but boy, it didn't reverse. I'm not sure why. So it may have been stopped by some people. I'm not sure it's below my stopping point yet, but it might be. I'll reevaluate this later on. And VICR on the short side. Nasty looking bear coil, folks. It's about to break down, it appears. That bear flag should be 35 and maybe 29.30. Finally, WW put a swing on it when it popped here. Had a beautiful run right to the target and then back and fill here for the last couple of weeks. Today it reversed off the low, and after hours had a pretty poor report, I thought. Wall Street still likes it after an initial hit. I guess the conference call talked about going forward, good stuff, but that looks much better. So let's see where it goes tomorrow if it follows through. We're looking out for 11 and 13. That's a quick look at the swing trades at detectrader.com. This is HB signing off. Have a great evening.